What is up, everyone? Adman Games here, and I'm back for part 12. Today we are going to be traveling to the land of Aurora in search for the treasure that its land holds. Let's see where our journey takes us today. Let's get to it.
That gem will make a wonderful addition to our army.
At your service. Awaiting your command, my lord.
Hi, big shot. Well, well, I'm here.
Your Majesty. Greetings, sir.
Hail, Majesty.
Greetings, sir.
It's been a while since I've been back. Feels good to finally get back into the game. Told myself I'd finish this game, and I'm gonna finish it. Hope everyone's doing well. I still love Fable 2. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. This one's okay. It's just really short. You know, they definitely hit their stride with Fable 1 and Fable 2, and then Fable 3 was kind of, it was okay, and then they were going to come out with Fable Legends, which ultimately closed down the studio. They never finished it. They did come out with a Kinect game. I don't know if I'll play that. I don't have a Kinect for the 360 anymore, and I don't know if it'll work with the Xbox One. So I'm not sure if I can play that game.
Greetings, my-
Game's super annoying. You literally sit there on the couch and, you know, pretend to, you know, fling the reins of a horse, which is kind of, you know, it's good exercise, but kind of, you know, stupid as far as gameplay, because that's pretty much most of the gameplay is either you're riding your horse or you're casting spells and you're flinging your hands around, and half the time the Kinect doesn't pick up your movements, and then you're like, what am I supposed to do? This is really dumb. Let's see what he's got to say.
As a kid, I wanted to be an adventurer.
Hello there,
That
your
or a
Majesty.
herpetologist.
Did you know? To Aurora we go.
Congratulations, you've made a friend. In addition to being jolly good company, friends can give each other gifts and even discounts at shops that they own.
Amazing.
Wise and good ruler. That much.
Good to see you as always.
Oh, this
How are
place,
you, Your Majesty?
Bag of fun. Oh, got some.
Hello to you, your Majesty.
Okay, what you got, homie? Oh, those graphics. Woo. Ooh, got a pearl. Here we go. Okay. Okay, what is that? Ooh. Green flower that prefers wet environments. Is this like Fable weed? Huh, that's funny. The Auroran Caves we go. Let's kill some Shadow Beast and get some treasure. A treasure! Oh boy, this is where it gets fun. It's been so long since I've played through this. It's like riding a bicycle, you never forget. Oh boy, here we go. And Beast. These things are hard to kill. So annoying. I have no potions. Okay, where am I going here? Okay, we're going this way. She on fire. Okay, what you got, dog? What up, dog? Okay, where are we going? Oh my gosh. Where? Okay, what's happening? I give up. I don't care. The Auroran Diamond. You gonna work this time? Alright. Now you're doing something with your life. Woohoo! Health potion. Coolio. Here come the girls. Treasure! Bloom. Never really got into the collecting of ingredients and what you can do with them. I don't know if you can like spellcraft or or anything like that. I know you can sell the stuff, but I don't really know what other use it has. Maybe someone can leave a comment. Let me know. Oh yeah. Across the water. Across the pond. Easy peasy. Where to go now? Ah, diamond. Uh-oh. We made him mad. We know how to deal with people like you. Still music. I'm missing one. Ah. That's one. Ah, y'all went into it. Holy crap. They're everywhere. Fire. Alright, let's do this. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. I've said it before, I'm not really going for like, 100%ing the game. Just the basic playthrough. It's the kind of the gist of how I would have experienced it the first time I played these games. Not really knowing, exploring, and such. Music's so good for the fighting scenes. Alright, are you gonna find this dig spot this time? Oh, you did. Good boy. Emerald. City of Aurora.
How are you, Your Majesty?
I'm pretty good, thanks. Don't really know where this is taking me.
Mighty one, greeting.
Oh, thanks. I'm so glad you noticed. Maybe we're going to the ships. Yep. Oops, sorry, sir. My bad.
Hello, sir.
Wow.
Where am I going? Okay. Where's your boat?
Oh, what's going to happen now?
We go back to Bowerstone.
Sail the ocean. There's no better way to travel.
Well, in this time frame, it was the only way to travel.
Sir.
Well, I guess you had carriages and stuff, but by sea, it's the only way to travel to get to other lands. Can't get to Aurora by carriage.
I have a delivery.
Yay!
So much excitement in the city.
Your Majesty.
It's a lot of people to die. Other projected civilian casualties. But I said
Everybody
I'm doing a
needs
good
to eat.
playthrough. Shops closing up for the night.
Woo!
Thanks, I know I'm amazing.
No one on Bowerstone has better products.
My lord.
I just ran over a kid.
Hey there, Your Majesty.
Majesty.
It's funny to see how much Bowerstone changes through each game. They're like not the same town at all. Like the buildings are in different spots. The shops are in different spots. I mean, I get, you know, the timeline's way different, but even the castle's different. Like the entrance to the castle is not even the same. It's like if you're gonna
At your service.
if you're gonna have to call it Bowerstone, you need to make it the same. But you know, that's just me. Didn't design the game.
Majesty.
Didn't have a say in
Greetings,
it.
sir.
Wish they'd have called.
Your
I
Majesty.
trust you're well, sir.
I'm pretty good.
I'm at your command.
It's great to know. Alright, let's see what we made, Jeeves.
It's more beautiful than I
Hobson.
dared to imagine. And heavy, too. Our experts estimate it's worth a small fortune. Of course, now the question becomes, what do you wish to do with this fine stone? Shall I deposit the money from the sale into the treasury? A truly selfless act. I am constantly in awe of your generous and noble spirit. Putting the safety of your people before your own reward. Bravo, your majesty. Bravo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Next on the list. Oh, guild seal. Ooh, 50 guild seals. Ho ho. Maybe cash in and get some upgrades.
The treasury is looking rather sickly, wouldn't you agree? We must always be wary of unnecessary expenditures and watch out for possible avenues of profit. With that in mind, I would like to discuss the thorny issue of child benefits, which were abolished under your brother's rule. There are vocal elements within the community who are clamoring for us to bring it back. In the interests of the treasury and of the long-term welfare of the people, I have a counter-proposal. Very well, Your Majesty. The breeders amongst the rabble will be ecstatic, I'm sure. Perhaps you are considering making a personal donation to the treasury to make up for the shortfall. It is entirely your decision, as always. Shall we proceed with the rest of your appointments? Here is the royal agenda for the day.
Consider proposal to renovate the Bowerstone shelters and orphanages, of course. Consider proposal on how to deal with excessive sewage in Bowerstone Industrial. Gross. Meet with Paige. Alright, let's do it.
As you can see, you have 2 audiences in the throne room to begin. I've heard rumors that Riva's latest proposals are both scandalous and delicious. It should be most entertaining.
Delicious, that's an interesting word. Pretty much everything Reaver does is interesting.
At your orders, sir. My lord. All stand to attention. This hearing concerns the future of the Bowerstone Shelter and Orphanage. Paige will speak for the disenfranchised people of the city. Reaver will dispute her cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, the shelter has long been the only refuge for the homeless, the poor, and the orphaned. And until we can change the whole world for the better, it will continue to be their only hope of survival. Isn't it time we held out a helping hand to those who need it most? The shelter is underfunded and the building has fallen into disrepair. Invest in the shelter and orphanage, and perhaps we can begin to create a better future for Albion's forgotten people.
I could not agree more. The city and its people are in dire need. But it is not charity they require. It is love. I propose we use this dilapidated building to help both them and ourselves. For love and money have always gone hand in hand. Let us inaugurate Bowerstone's first brothel.
A brothel?
Brothel, bordello, whorehouse. The name is unimportant. What matters is that the people get the love they need, and we get their money.
Yes, it's for your majesty to decide. Refurnish the shelter and orphanage, or convert it into a house of ill repute.
Well, let's renovate it. Why not?
The
50,000.
poor of this city have suffered enough. We will renovate the shelter and orphanage.
The Bowerstone shelter shall be refurbished at the Crown's expense.
Thank you, Your Majesty. You've done the right thing.
As you wish, Your Majesty. The parentless tykes and their destitute friends shall have a palace to call their own. Are you a beggar, too lazy to own your own clothes? Or perhaps an orphan, aching for a bowl of gruel? then come to Riva Industries Shelter and Orphanage, where you'll find food, beds, clothes, and even new parents. No matter who you are, we care, even if you don't deserve it.
Oh. Stephen Fry did a fantastic job
Today,
voicing Reaver.
you will deal with a pressing environmental issue. The disposal of the city's waste. Reaver will offer his proposal. A member of the Morningwood community will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, I'm sure you will have noticed a certain aroma permeating the city of late. Even more
We'll
nauseating
build a
than
sewage
usual.
plant.
I
Progressive.
fear
Morningwood is to be
it
left
not merely
unspoiled.
the stench of the
We will find
underprivileged.
other ways to deal with Bowerstone's
Bowerstone
sewage
is
problem.
beginning to have a serious
The king has
waste
spoken.
disposal.
Morningwood shall
He's still
not be
talking.
used as a waste site. The sanitation committee will look into safer alternatives.
Groovy. You are like a majestuous eagle, Your Majesty. You are in touch with your inner innards. Granny Nature thanks you from, like, the bottom of her heart.
A pity. I must admit I was rather looking forward to breathing fresh air, but I'm sure Your Majesty knows best. There is nothing as important as the health and hygiene of our citizens. As such, Riva Industries is delighted to announce the opening of the Bowerstone Sewage Recycling Facility, because there can be no affluence without effluence.
The day is almost over, Your Majesty. Only one more appointment left. Page has requested a meeting in the old rebel headquarters. How very cloak and dagger. I wonder what you want.
Well, we just gonna find out.
At your command. Hello there, Your...
Everything all right, Your Majesty? At your service.
Greetings, sir.
Peach.
Your Majesty. At your service, my king. My king?
How are you, Your Majesty?
For king and country.
Thank you, good sir. Sorry.
You have so much.
Well, of course we're expensive. The wealth of this town has gone through the roof.
At least they're being honest. Wonder what Paige wants.
Your Majesty?
Good day to you, sir.
Yay!
They really love me. A little stinky down here, I bet.
It's not every day a king walks into the rebel headquarters. You've changed the world since we last stood here.
You had a lot to do with it, Paige.
But we still haven't changed things enough. Without Logan's troops, crime is becoming a serious problem. There's one man in particular, Nigel Ferret. He's making this city his own. Every criminal in Bowerstone reports to him now. He's too powerful for me to deal with, and he's not easy to find. But I know how you can get to him. Good. Kid went undercover with a gang of robbers and found out their plans. They're going to strike the tavern in Bowerstone Market. If you get there in time, you can stop the raid. And at least one of those thugs must know where Ferret is holed up.
Let's do it. I think after this mission, we're probably going to end the video. Dog's just in the water.
A heart as big
My
as a
lord.
house, and not a small house.
Hello, your
I
majesty.
can't believe it's you. Majesty.
Europe. Nice peaceful night. Out for a stroll.
Greetings, my lord.
If you cooperate, you won't get hurt. But if you give us any trouble, we'll kill you. Now, just so you know we mean business, I'd like one of you to give us trouble, so we can kill him as an example to the rest. Who's it gonna be then? Oh look, we have a volunteer. The king, no less. Have at him, fellas.
This guy's rich. We're gonna have fun looting his corpse.
Oh yes, put a hole in the bugger. Well done, that one drew blood.
You magicking deviant! We're gonna wipe you out like the filthy stain that you are. Yeah, blow the scumbag's head off. Get in there. Another belt in the chops and you'll beat the bugger.
Thanks for being so shootable.
It is no longer advantageous for any of us to frequent the hideout in Industrial. Presently, I shall inaugurate a new centre of operations in Bowerstone Market. You've been provided with a key which will permit access. Please endeavour to prevent its transference to an unauthorised individual.
Incredible.
Like me. You're welcome.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings yourself.
That new sewage treatment.
At your orders, my lord. At your command. Attention.
My lord.
Hello. Joy to see
Good
you.
one.
Bedtime, people. Ah, your majesty. Hello.
Sir.
go kill the ferret. Oh, Nige. Do come out and play.
You again. It does tend to obviate the entire objective of maintaining a secret hideout if your enemies can simply infiltrate whenever they've the inclination. Lads, perform the specific services for which I employ you. Expeditiously.
Huh?
Kill him. Fast.
Throne's gonna be...
Yeah, good shot. Aim for the head next time.
Too bad I'm wearing my flame retardant underpants.
Child's play. We go this way.
You're a worm on a hook and we're the fish.
Here's something else.
They kidnapped me. Please let me out.
You're welcome.
Today's your dying day, boy.
I should have brought some marshmallows. Kill the damn dog!
Oh, no, you don't. Don't touch my dog.
Blocked! Eat it! Oh, did we say it was a fight to the death?
Where'd you go, Nige?
I believe I can state with relative confidence that your efforts are in vain. Even should it transpire that you vanquish my associates, this door is completely impenetrable. In addition to which, this cell contains a secret egress through which I may abscond whenever I desire. Meanwhile, my compatriots shall brutalize your person.
I've seen people burn. Yeah! How do you like that?
Look how he has a cigar in his mouth. Oh, I was knocked out. I lost a guild seal. Oh no. Ah, mother liquor, come on.
Am I good or what?
Die, you sons of bees.
You haven't lost your touch. I'm surprised his men were foolish enough to fight you.
Now, truth be told, my superlative intellect notwithstanding, It would appear this is not, in fact, the specific cell I so confidently referenced earlier. The one with the secret exit has 2 beds. All right, you have prevailed, Your Majesty. I concede. However, I entreat you to entertain a certain proposal.
You have nothing to offer, Ferret. It's over.
Ah, that pronouncement is objectively devoid of merit. I happen to have on my person a substantial quantity of currency. Let me go free, and the money is yours.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay in there and rot. But that's for
You
the king to
royal
decide.
miscreant! This grievous malefaction shall be rewarded with equally grievous retribution.
I'm sorry to say we are falling well short of expectations. The treasury holds nowhere near enough gold. But the kingdom demands your attention once more. The time has come to make a decision on Albion's drinking laws. Under Logan's rule, our citizens are restricted in the amount of alcohol. As you wish. Let the streets be filled with poor, drunken revelers. Perhaps it will take their minds off their impending doom. This will leave a noticeable gap in our budget, however. If you are feeling particularly generous, you may wish to make a personal donation to bridge that gap. Let us move on to other matters, Your Majesty. You have a busy day in the throne room ahead. Samuel, the head of the Brightwall Academy, is ready to plead his case. I sincerely hope he isn't after a handout, though I'm sure Master Reaver will be the voice of reason, as always.
Alright, we're going to do one more throne room. And then we will
At your orders,
do a road to rule, and then we're going to end this video.
Yay!
It's so much fun being here.
All stand to attention for the King of Albion.
Thanks, Walter.
Today you decide on the status of the Brightwall Academy, Your Majesty. Samuel will speak for the town and its scholars. Reaver will dispute his cause.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, it was your father who opened the doors to Albion's greatest seat of learning.
The Brightwall Academy will be open to all who wish to learn.
The Brightwall Academy shall be reopened, and Albion will once again have a free center of learning.
Oh,
Education's important.
thank you, Your Majesty. This is the start of a new day for us all.
Very well. I will make the arrangements at once. Stimulate your intellect in the newly reopened Brightwall Academy. Suckle the knowledge from the land's greatest minds and avail yourself of the best library ever assembled. Everyone, from the most impoverished genius to the wealthiest idiot, is welcome. Brightwall Academy. Whatever you earn, it's the place to learn.
That's funny.
The court summons Page and Reaver. The matter before you today is the future of Bower Lake. Reaver will offer his proposal. Page will stand against him.
You may speak.
Your Majesty, a recent survey of Bower Lake has found that the waterbed is rich in valuable metals. Now, as amusing as it would be to make workers hold their breath as they mine these resources, I fear it would be impractical. Instead, we have no choice but to dam the river and drain the lake of all water. Once that is done, we will have a ready-made quarry, ripe for the plucking. It will be a pity to disfigure the landscape so close to my former home, but it is a sensible course of action in light of our current needs.
Page is right. We must protect our natural resources. Bower Lake is to be left untouched.
The king has ruled. Bower Lake's natural beauty is hereby protected by order of the crown.
Thank you. Let's show the world Albion is worth defending.
Is a pretty view worth more than a treasury full of gold? I bow to your greater wisdom. As someone whose home has overlooked the resplendent Bower Lake, I am pleased to declare the official protection of this natural wonder. May its water drown anyone who doesn't appreciate its beauty.
That's awesome.
I trust the court was not too dull today. In any case, I'm confident your final task will be most enjoyable. A loyal and wealthy member of our community has offered to make a sizable donation to our treasury. Her only request is that you go to Millfields to make the collection in person. A perfect chance to stretch your legs, Your Majesty.
All right, I think that's where we're going to leave off today. As always, it's been great being back. We should have a new video up pretty soon.
I'm quite certain there is something.
Continue on with going through Fable 3. We'll see you next time. Bye.